What's up, you guys? This is Robert at Shy Bears. Plus, you found us on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe, like this video, share with your friends, get involved in the comments, and smack the bell and pet that cute dog. Oh, the dog edition of Shy Bears Plus. Also, make sure that you follow me on Twitter. I got the Crispy Takes on Twitter. Very, very active. Live tweeting the games. And on Instagram, the dankest of dank memes. They're so crispy, you couldn't even handle it. Along with me today, I am joined by Jeff at +_Shy, the second best dancer on Shy Bears Plus, and contributor.
Yes, thanks for having me. Going through my Forrest Gump running cross country sequence or whatever phase, and today joined with me from the bunker is Diego. Say hi to the people, Diego.
Hola, Diego. He looks not impressed.
Dynamite stuff.
Great. But what we're really here for is to talk about Week 16, Chicago Bears at San Francisco 49ers. Did I mention that they were your NFC North champion Chicago Bears? Because I feel like I should say that a lot. They are 10-4. San Francisco 4-10. We're going to preview this game. A couple notes real quick before we go to everyone's favorite segment of the show. Kyle Long practiced today. Thought that was big news. I want to throw that out there. Hopefully we get the big man back for the playoff run. It would be so crispy. Also, it's been a weird week, man. I've been on a super crazy high on this from this Packers win, this NFC North Championship. It's been hard to focus on the 49ers for myself personally, and I hope that the Bears can also do it. I start to get that feeling, and the national media is talking about it. I'm not sure that I'm sold on that this is going to be some sort of a trap or a letdown. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know, but I just want to throw that note in there is that I definitely know that I have felt the distraction this week because it has been a great week to be a Bear fan, be on Twitter, interact with the people, see people outside wearing their gear, give them the point, saying what's up, all that great stuff. Ooh. But anyway, enough of me jibber-jabbering. Stats of the week, the crispiest ones, at +_Shy, Jeff.
Yes, thank you, young Robert. All right, so I wanted to go a little different direction. We all know how awesome our Bears defense is, and I will address that a little bit, but I wanted to address the injury woes of the San Francisco 49ers.
Whoa.
Who thought would be in this position that the Bears were in, challenging for an NFC West title. I think they're a little early in the rebuild, and I'm not sure John Lynch has the wherewithal that Ryan Pace has. But let's look at the San Francisco 49ers injured reserve this year. We all know that Jimmy, Eastern Illinois University, Garoppolo, he's been on the injured reserve. Actually, the 49ers have played all three quarterbacks with their second-year players, C.J. Beathard getting some tick in there as well. 2 running backs have been on the IR this year. 2 linebackers have been on the IR. 1 offensive lineman on the IR. 5 defensive backs on the IR. 2 added to the IR since December 17th, which was just not too long ago. So you could see what San Francisco has been dealing with from a player personnel standpoint. Matt Breida will play this week against the Bears. And then, going on with now statistics of said 49ers, middle of the pack defense and offense. Actually, not too bad. You'd think a 4-10 team would be way worse statistically. They're middle in the pack in defense. They're 12th. That's not bad. Third down percentage as a defense, they're 13th. That's pretty good. Overall team defense, I believe, is 13th. Overall offense is like 14th. Here's where they're terrible. They're last in total takeaways with 5. We all know how much I love turnover differential. They're last in turnover differential. It's not even close. -22. The hits just keep on coming. They have 2 interceptions for the year. Richard Sherman. And then they have 3 fumble recoveries for the year. All that's last in the league. So you might see an aerial attack from the Chicago Bears. And now let's talk about the Bears' awesome defense. Bears total number 1 turnover differential. So number 1 turnover differential team to the last place differential team. Bears are at 13 plus. They lead the league in takeaways. They have 35. They have 5 more than the second place. And then they lead the league in interceptions. They have 26, 6 more than the second place team in the NFL. Remember, the last 2 teams with 25 more of interceptions have gone on to the Super Bowl. 1 has won them. And then the Bears have had 24 interceptions combined. For the last 3 years, they've already supplanted it with 2 weeks to go. I don't know. What else do you want?
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you could talk about Bear stats for about 20 minutes on the defensive side, especially. I think I added you at something where there was just a list of them, and you're just like, holy cow, there's every category. But all those players in the IR kind of reminds me of the feel of the Chicago Bears of the last 3 years, and you could imagine and you could empathize with them because it is very frustrating when you think you are bringing a team and you want to root for them, you think you might have a chance, and you're making all excuses. We could win. We could be okay if we do this and that. And next thing you know, the whole team's on the IR. And I did kid a lot this week about Pace over Lynch, 10-4 over 4-10. So in the context, yes, they've had a lot of injuries, and Jimmy G from quarterback U is hurt, but Nick Mullins, I guess the kid's playing pretty all right. So I guess we could dig into that a little bit.
2-game winning streak. They beat Seattle. Bears beat Seattle. So there you have it.
Cool. As always, moving on. What to watch for? My first what to watch for is going to be Trubisky travels? ? The kid on the road, 842 yards, 7 yards per attempt, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, rating at 87.6. At home, 1,972 yards, 7.6 per attempt, 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a rating of 97.2. He's playing a lot better at home. We just might have to play a road game to get to the Super Bowl in the playoffs, right? So I just want to see a big game. I don't want a huge game. I want a good, consistent game with a good turnover ratio, making good decisions, and then beating a team that I think that we should beat handily, personally. But if we're going to have to get to the Super Bowl, we're going to have to beat somebody on the road. And I want to see the performance out of Mitch with the white sleeve on. Because we all know that he's Johnny Blue Sleeve.
We all do know that. And, Bob, why don't you give us your next one as I have to plug my iPad in.
My next what to watch for is a combination of McManus, Bush, Irving, and Fitz. We're going to have some guys that are going to have to step up this week with some injuries in the secondary, with an injury on the outside linebacker position. We're going to see young players step up, hopefully. Is Bush good? He looks good in the preseason, and we keep hearing about how he's developing in the secondary. Will he take that next step up? And we have some decisions to make, so it's good to foreshadowing for what's going to happen in the offseason. With Amos, going to need some paper.
Going to need that paper. Yeah, this is an interesting spot, just to piggyback on what you just said. Interesting spot there. With Deion Bush. We know he was a mid-round draft pick a couple of years ago. We didn't really see him get too much tick with Eddie Jackson really coming. Yeah, that was the year before that. And that was that other dude from North Iowa that they drafted. So seeing these guys that didn't get the look, I'm interested to see that. I'm going to go back to back here. I'm really upset that I had to put the dog down when I plugged it in. Come here, buddy. So it snapped my streak. I want to do the whole show with the dog on my lap. He's sitting here. He was all upset. He was sleeping on my arm. But 2 things just what to watch for. Number 1, Matt Nagy, when I went to Stats of the Week and talked about the turnover differential with the lack of interceptions on the San Francisco front, the unlack or the plethora of defensive backs that are in or on the IR, Is Matt Nagy going to launch it, or is he going to run the ball more? He's been pretty balanced, and I think that's really the recipe for this Bears. So what are you going to see Matt Nagy do? Is he going to launch it down the field early on, or is he going to go with more of a short pass like that those ins to Gabriel and Robinson were very popular in the first half against the Green Bay Packers? And then the energy and focus of the Bears. Yeah. How are they going to come out? I think that's just pretty much the main thing. Are they going to let this be a blow-off game, or are they going to bring it? Is it a trap game? Trap money, Benny?
It's a trap. You're talking about Nagy, and I just going to throw a point in there that I saw on Twitter today that Fox was throwing shade at Nagy. And I'm like, dude, if you're going to throw shade, you obviously aren't going to do it on first or second down, because we know that Fox doesn't throw on first or second down. Solid tweet. Anyway, yes, I was watching some of the tape here, and a lot of times in the NFL, you'll see if you watch the game before or 2 games before, it's a copycat league, and a coach or a team will say, oh, that looked cool, let's try it out. There's some sweet triple option action with Seattle. I would not be surprised to see a little triple option reverse with the Bears this week after seeing Seattle do it last week against the 49ers. It was fun. And it just seems right up their alley. Just a crazy outlandish prediction. Just something that you only get at Shy Bears Plus. And what to watch for, I think the Bears D-line is going to feast during this game. Whoever is lined up over Tomlinson, Nichols, or Rory Robinson-Harris, or maybe somehow we're talking about a Hicks, they're going to eat him alive. Number, I think it's 75, Tomlinson, going to eat him alive. And also watch out for the twist, because they've been getting home with the twist. Floyd coming up the middle. A couple more sacks this week. Watch for that.
Watch for it. Last thing to watch for. Say again?
No, go ahead. Yeah, I was just making sure you didn't have any more if I moved on. Let's go.
I do. I just have one more. And the fact that the Bears are playing the 3 o'clock game, I just wanted to highlight a few 12 o'clock games that have some playoff implications for that 5th or 6th seed. Minnesota, Detroit. Minnesota's sitting pretty. They could have a above 500 winning percentage because of that tie earlier in the year. Washington and Philly can't say the same thing. So you have Washington at Tennessee, Houston at Philadelphia, all noon games. Keep an eye on those. That's what to watch for.
All right. Moving on. Bears victory pluses. You love to see them. Starting off, if I'm the Bears, I am jumping the short routes. It seems like when it's not play action, and sometimes with play action, McMullen likes to throw that ball short and get it out of his hand. So if there's a 3-step drop, jump the route, get a pick, take it home. You don't need to sit. Just do it. Just do it. I know that we've seen Nakamura and Fuller do this year. So you see him put that foot in the ground, put your foot in the ground, go get that ball.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about Kyle Fuller doing that. Those guys live with their eyes in the backfield. But let the talent reign. Okay, and what that means is, Matt Nagy, your team is better than the 49ers, up and down. Okay, just by talent alone, let alone how good you and Vic could scheme. All right, so you don't need elaborateness, triple, the Wildcat lead option there. When I looked at that play, Green Bay had that snuffed out. That wasn't going to be a first down, even if that wasn't a fumble. So just line up, helmet to helmet, and win the game with your talent. You don't need to do any gadgetry. This is not a gadgetry game.
Cool. What we need this week is Trubisky to pick up where he left off last week. A solid 235 and 2 touchdowns. I'm good with that. We do that, we run away with this game, in my opinion. But I want to see back-to-back games. I want to see get rolling here. We have 2 games to get the offense really moving. Because this is not the end game, right? We are looking forward to playoffs. We're now a Super Bowl contender. So, NFC North, not the end game.
You and I know what you're talking about.
That's right. Game. That's right. That was my victory plus right there.
Yeah, I got another one for you.
Sure.
Worry about themselves, especially with the 12 o'clock games. They might be watching the score boards. But, New Orleans and the Rams play at 3 o'clock with them, so there won't be too much scoreboard watching. But if the Bears get up early, those teams get down, don't be lackadaisical. Worry about themselves. That's a Bears victory plus.
All right, my next plus, kind of talking about what are the Bears going to do with the run game. In my opinion, what the Bears need to do and what you should do is take what they give you. Count the box. Do not say, okay, we ran the ball for 150, 160 yards last game, so we're going to continue to do that. No. If there's 6 guys on the line of scrimmage, run the ball. If they're dropped back into coverage, make the read, count the box, and then go accordingly to that. Don't force the run. I do not want to be in a situation where we are forcing things. That's not being you. That's not why we brought you here, Nagy. And then also, just to look out when we are running the ball, let's try to get the ball outside. It looks like there's a lot of yards to be had out there. Seattle had some nice toss plays. So did the Broncos were able to get outside on this defense as well.
What did you say about the run?
I said that I don't want to force the run. I don't want to force.
My last Bears victory plus is force the run. Oh! You have to force the run this one, okay? What I mean by that is Jordan Howard, 20 carries. Tariq Cohen, 10 carries. 30-plus carries for the Bears. Force the run. That's your last Bears victory plus.
Wow. All right. Difference of opinion there. My final Bears victory plus is stop Buckner. Priority number 1, everything else will fall into place. Slide his way. Protect. Do not let him get pressure on you. He's the best thing they got going on that whole defense. Time for Scoreboard Dave's least favorite segment of the show. 49er victory pluses. This team is a lot like the Rams. They are going to try to run the ball, and they have to try to run the ball somehow against us. And if you don't, the Bears are going to eat this offense up. They're going to destroy them if they don't get it going. They have a very nice play-action game off of the run. Kind of reminds me of the Rams game. If they don't get it going, they are in deep crap. Just saying.
Yeah, Scoreboard Days 49ers victory plus with Pierre Garcon being out for the year. Maybe they'll sign Marcone. But why don't you sign T.O.? T.O. is a free agent. He's had some past success with the 49ers. You need all you can. Late minute signing. Really get the fans into it. Sign T.O.
Good idea. Another thing that's kind of I was thinking about this week, well, actually just today because I've been on that Packer high, but if I were the 49ers, would I really be motivated to sign T.O.? Do I really want to win any more games having 4 games right now? You just snuck 2 out. Yeah. That, it's kind of like, man, so should we be worried or not? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
That's good.
Maybe they're not that worried about winning this game. I wouldn't be. I mean, at this point in the season, you have no hope. But what head coach ever wants to lose? I don't know if there's this. I don't know if GMs and head coaches have these talks like, "Hey, don't worry about these last 2. We're going to get you a new quarterback, or we're going to get you a new toy.
Yeah,
it's going to be all good." I don't know how that works out in real life, but 49er victory plus, screen it up. Don't start dropping back now. The Bears are going to get you. They will get you, and they're going to get you up the middle. I firmly believe that. But yeah, throw some screens in there. Mid screens when we blitz that Roquan up the middle. Danny Trevathan, burn us right there. That's what I would do. I would set up that middle screen and burn us. And I would give McGlinchey a little bit of help too, by the way. PFF's got him at like
3 victory pluses in 1.
Yeah, sorry.
That's too many victory pluses in 1. All right, so my thing is to don't throw screens if you're the 49ers.
Why?
The Bears did really well against that last week. They only gave up 1 big play to the Green Bay Packers on the screen. Actually, I'm just saying that just to contradict what you said. I was going to contradict anything you said right there. But my real second 49ers victory plus is to call Ronnie Lott. All right? You might not be able to sign, but just call him. You're down 5 DBs. It's not going to hurt. Give him a call. He's a Hall of Famer.
Sure, absolutely. I would, you know what? What's Joe Montana doing this weekend? I
was gonna go there, but that was too easy. So
okay, all right. Robert Ashreiber's plus is all about the low hanging fruit. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows it. It's so crispy. You get it right there. Yes, those are my 49er victory pluses. It's really hard to come up with a huge long list because I don't think the 49ers are going to win, which leads me into predictions. I'm going first.
Okay.
Unlike anything you've ever seen from @ShyBearsPlus before, Bears
to the whiteboard
are scoring 30 points on the Fransisco defense.
Wow, the Bears are going to score a whole 30 points?
30,
wow.
30 to 13. Let me tell you what. Oh, God. All right. Hold on a second. Let me get to this real quick before we start. You break that down for me.
Yeah, I'll break it down.
Yeah, so, dude, like I said before, if Trubisky gives me 250 and 2 touchdowns, we're still winning by 30.
Come here.
The Seattle and San Francisco game that San Francisco won shouldn't have even been close. 49ers returned a kick for a touchdown. Seattle missed an extra point. Seattle was falling down on defense, not tackling, blowing coverages. Like, it shouldn't have been close. This Bears defense is too disciplined. The tape is out on Mullins now. Like, we know how to stop him, and we know how to stop this team. You stop the run, you stop this team. It's just like stop playing the Rams, and our front four could stop this team running the ball. So now we're not going to have linebackers flying up, and they're just going to flip it over to Kittle over the top of our heads. It's not happening. I don't think it's happening. We are going to stifle this run, and we are going to dominate this game. We're going to get turnovers. When they go to empty sets or when they go to their shotgun game, they're going to throw it short, and we're going to jump routes. Defensive touchdowns. All we have to do to win by 17, 20 points in this game is not turn the ball over and play solid special teams and then just do everything the way we've been doing. So, and Trubisky just gave me a little bit, facilitate the ball. You tell me how that score is going to happen, please.
I really don't know.
Right.
I just thought it was going to be funny.
It was great.
I was right last week with my Bears prediction. 24, Packers 17. Nailed it. Okay? So, maybe I'll get lucky again.
63-7, everybody. That's @plus_shy. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. And you go ahead and leave a comment and let him know how right he's going to be. I am Robert @ShyBearsPlus. If you have not liked this video yet, I'm not exactly sure what you've been waiting for. If you're not subscribed yet, I don't know what you are waiting for. If you've not shared or commented yet, I'm not going to say it again. If you have not slapped that bell, go ahead and slap it right now,
bell,
please.
David.
We'd really appreciate that. I'm Robert on Twitter, @ShyBearsPlus on Twitter, Robert. Instagram for the dankest memes. Plug yourself and take us home.
Yeah, that's Diego. You could follow him on Twitter @CareBearsPlus. I'm Jeff. You can follow me on Twitter @plus_shy. North, NFC North, Kings of the North. You heard it here first. Shy Bears Plus. That's all she wrote.